MGM Resorts International logoVictory Capital Management Inc. decreased its position in shares of MGM Resorts International, New York Stock Exchange MGM, by 3.2% during the third quarter, according to its most recent filing with the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC. The institutional investor owned 69,452 shares of the company's stock, after selling 2,332 shares during the period. Victory Capital Management Inc.'s holdings in MGM Resorts International were worth $1,808,000 as of its most recent SEC filing. Other hedge funds also recently bought and sold shares of the company. Global X Management Company LLC raised its stake in MGM Resorts International by 155.2% in the second quarter. Global X Management Company LLC now owns 4,551 shares of the company's stock worth $103,000 after buying an additional 2,768 shares during the last quarter. Mizuho Asset Management Company Limited raised its stake in MGM Resorts International by 146.3% in the second quarter. Mizuho Asset Management Company Limited now owns 6,894 shares of the company's stock worth $156,000 after buying an additional 4,095 shares during the last quarter. MSI Financial Services Inc. raised its stake in MGM Resorts International by 38.9% in the third quarter. MSI Financial Services Inc. now owns 7,188 shares of the company's stock worth $187,000 after buying an additional 2,013 shares during the last quarter. Tower Research Capital LLC TRC bought a new stake in MGM Resorts International during the second quarter worth approximately $182,000. Finally, Pacer Advisors Inc. raised its stake in MGM Resorts International by 10.4% in the second quarter. Pacer Advisors Inc. now owns 9,075 shares of the company's stock worth $205,000 after buying an additional 852 shares during the last quarter. 70.81% of the stock is currently owned by institutional investors and hedge funds. Institutional ownership by quarter for MGM Resorts International, New York Stock Exchange MGM. Shares of MGM Resorts International, New York Stock Exchange MGM, traded down 0.38% during midday trading on Friday, hitting $28.86. The company had a trading volume of 8,520,789 shares. MGM Resorts International has a one-year low of $16.18 and a one-year high of $30.62. The firm has a market cap of $16.55 billion, a price-to-earnings ratio of 55.29, and a beta of 1.78. The company's 50-day moving average is $28.19, and its 200-day moving average is $25.45. MGM Resorts International, New York Stock Exchange MGM, last issued its quarterly earnings results on Monday, November 7th. The company reported 58 cents earnings per share for the quarter, beating analysts' consensus estimates of 11 cents by 47 cents. MGM Resorts International had a return on equity of 6.45% and a net margin of 3.15%. The business had revenue of $2.52 billion for the quarter, compared to the consensus estimate of $2.37 billion. During the same quarter in the previous year, the company posted 15 cents earnings per share. MGM Resorts International's revenue for the quarter was up 10.3% compared to the same quarter last year. Equities analysts forecast that MGM Resorts International will post $1.17 earnings per share for the current fiscal year. This piece of content was originally reported by and is the property of . If you are viewing this piece of content on another website, it was copied illegally and republished in violation of United States and international trademark and copyright law. The correct version of this piece of content can be viewed at markets 1,892,577. Victory Capital Management Inc. sells 2332 shares of MGM Resorts International MGM.HT milliliters. A number of research firms recently commented on MGM. Nomura reaffirmed a buy rating and set a $34 price objective on shares of MGM Resorts International in a research note on Thursday. Telsey Advisory Group increased their price objective on MGM Resorts International from $29 to $33 and gave the company an outperform rating in a research note on Tuesday, November 8. Reaffirmed an overweight rating and set a $29 price objective on shares of MGM Resorts International in a research note on Tuesday, September 20. The Street raised MGM Resorts International from a hold rating to a buy rating in a research note on Monday, November 7. Finally, Goldman Sachs Group Incorporated began coverage on MGM Resorts International in a research note on Thursday. They set a buy rating and a $37 price objective on the stock. 23 equities research analysts have rated the stock with a buy rating and one has assigned a strong buy rating to the company's stock. The company has a consensus rating of buy and a consensus target price of $31.18. In other news, CEO James Murren sold 90,525 shares of MGM Resorts International stock in a transaction on Wednesday, November 9. The stock was sold at an average price of $27.99 for a total transaction of $2,533,794.75. Following the transaction, the chief executive officer now owns 1,171,984 shares in the company, valued at $32,803,832.16. The sale was disclosed in a filing with the Securities and Exchange Commission, which is accessible through this link. Also, President William Hornbuckle sold 26,225 shares of MGM Resorts International stock in a transaction on Wednesday, November 9. The shares were sold at an average price of $28.56 for a total value of $748,986. Following the transaction, the president now owns 210,141 shares in the company, valued at approximately $6,001,626.96. The disclosure for this sale can be found here. Insiders own 16.90% of the company's stock. About MGM Resorts International. MGM Resorts International is a holding company. The company owns and operates casino resorts. It operates in two segments, wholly owned domestic resorts and MGM China. Its casino resorts offer gaming, hotel, convention, dining, entertainment, retail and other resort amenities. It has additional business activities, including its investments in unconsolidated affiliates and other corporate and management operations.